Have you got tiny scraps that you don't know what to do with? Well, get them out because I'm going to show you how you can make a gorgeous quilt like this with very small scraps. And trust me, this is small piecing, but this is beginner friendly. So to make this quilt, we are going to need very small pieces. But now don't be afraid because I'm going to show you how it is you can make small pieces just like this very accurately. And we're going to use a product called Triangles on a Roll, one of my favorite products. And you can get these at Fat Quarter Shop is where I got mine. And sometimes they will look like this. Sometimes they will look like this. This might be the older style, but either one makes a 1.5, they call it a 1-inch finish, which means it will make a 1.5-inch block that when we sew it all in will end up being 1 inch when you get it inside this pattern. So don't be afraid. I'm going to show you every step.
This is Triangles on a Roll. This piece of paper will make several half-square triangles. Now for us, we're going to use just a small piece of it at a time because we're going to be putting this into our sewing machine. So I'm going to cut off just what I want to start with right now. We're going to need a strip of light fabric and a strip of dark fabric. So I have these scraps, and it looks like I'm going to need to resize this because we want to make sure that both fabrics are have the complete coverage from the paper. So now I'm going to pin these together, and then I'm going to be sewing on this. I'm going to be sewing on the dotted lines that you see that have arrows. Before we begin sewing, you're going to want to shorten your stitch length so that it will be easier to perforate the paper. It'll be easier for us to tear it off when we're done. I will begin at one corner of the paper, placing my needle down, and I'll be sewing onto the dotted line. I will simply put my needle down at the corner and turn it. And the idea of the triangle paper is that it stays under our sewing machine. We don't have to take it out until we're completely done with the paper. So there you see I've sewn off it. I'm going to travel over to the dotted line, and down the dotted line I will go. Once you've removed the paper from your sewing machine, you're now going to simply be cutting with scissors or a rotary cutter on the solid lines. And that means, yes, on both sides and the solid lines within the pattern. And now when I open up my triangles, you will see the perfect half square triangle. We're going to be pressing those open, and we'll be removing the paper from the back.
Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and snip off the corners. I don't need those corners. Okay, here we go. You see how accurate that is? Isn't that nice? All right, on to our next step. What you need to know about this quilt, it is one block over and over. Now you're not going to believe this. This is the block. Now let me show you where this fits in. Here is the, let's start in the corner. That's the best way for you to always tell how a quilt is constructed is by looking in the corner. So the first thing I see is here in this corner. Here's our block. You see how it fits right there? Now, same block, and we're going to turn it. Now it's there. Same block, we're going to turn it here. Now it's here. See? And then same block, and we're going to turn it, and now it is here. So we're starting with this small unit, is actually a unit, and we're going to make the blocks will look like this, and it has 4 of those units in it. 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's what this, and then from there, that unit, that block, so this is our unit, 4 of those makes the block.
4 of this block makes that secondary pattern of a square. So you're going to do block, turn it here, block, turn it here, and turn it here. So let's get started with the unit first, and then it'll all make sense as we go along. And now I'm going to sew 1/4 inch seam. I've got my tape, so I know exactly where the 1/4 inch is. Okay. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to finger press it. This next one goes on the other side of the background right here. So I'm going to lay it on top. And don't worry, some of this we're going to be cutting off. That's why it looks funky to you right now, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to match those together. I'm going to sew that one right here, 1/4 inch seam. Very important. Very important when you're working the small to have that 1/4 inch seam. All right. Now when I open that up, this is what I have. So now you see I have my piece is perfectly nested between these two. Now we're going to be cutting this part off. Okay. I'm going to take, so now I'm going to take my background 2.5 inch square, and I'm going to lay it on top of there. Match up that corner really nicely. It's really important this corner matches very nicely. Now what I'm going to do is, using your ruler, and you can use your big ruler, or I'm going to use my small one here. I am going to corner to corner. After marking the block from corner to corner with a pencil, I then sewed on that line, and this is the unit that you see now. Oh, here's the piece that I need. I'm now going to turn this around, and I'm going to cut off 1 by 1/4 inch. I'm going to line this back up right on the stitches. I've got a 1/4 inch on this ruler, and I'm going to cut that off. And now I have my unit. I'm going to snip this up a little bit to clean it up, and I'm going to press it, and there's my unit. Now let's make 3 more. I just want to interrupt for just a minute and let you know that if you are enjoying this video and you enjoy the kind of content that you see here, go ahead, and below there's a link for you to sign up for the Quilted Turtle newsletter. With that newsletter, you are going to get information about our newest videos coming up into your email. Also, I run sales from time to time. I'm on the products that I review here from our Quilted Turtle website. It's just a simple way for you to stay connected with the community, stay connected to what's going on here, and find out the latest information as it comes out. I'd love to see you there. All right, so here we go. This is the way they need to be in order to make the block in the corner that I need. And then again, to remind you, we're going to do then 4 of these will make these squares that you see. So first, let's sew these together. I'm going to sew these 2, I'm going to sew these 2, and then I'm going to sew those 2 together. Okay. Here's our first 2 together. Good. Oops, never take my part. And then these 2. Now with these 2, I want to make sure that I match up. They have triangles. So I am going to put my pin right at the cross where this triangle is going to be. So you see it's coming right here. And then I'm going to, hang on, getting my block together again. It's these 2 sides. So I have to get these 2 triangles to line right up on top of each other. I'm going to put a pin right where I see the threads cross here. I'm going to put a pin right into that corner where I want these 2 to match up. I am going to make sure they're stacking right on top of each other, and put this pin in there just long enough so that I can hold it, make sure I get those points. So here we go. 1/4 inch seam. Okay, I'm going to take my pin out carefully. Those 2 should be stacked. And like I said, this is a great quilt
because you're using scraps, this is a great block to practice these different skills. So now you'll see when I open it up, I have my point. Just like, and now I can go and put these two together. So for this one, I'm again lining up. I'm again lining up so that this one has to hit this one. I'm gonna use the pin for that. This right down the middle has to hit, and then we're home free with this one as far as our points. So I'm gonna get my pin out again, and I'm gonna start up here. And so I'm going to put a pin where I see the threads crossing, a pin where I see that point needs to be. We're going to start with that one. I'm going to line that up. I can feel those seams. Okay, that pin is in. Okay, that pin is in. And now from there, I know you can put a pin in this next seam. You don't have to. Well, you know what? I am going to because there is another point there. So I'm going to put a pin in this side where it's a 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to make sure that I put that pin right into, do you see that right where that intersection is, that point I want that point to be. Pin it, and I'm going to secure the pin over the seam. Okay, so let's start. 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to pull out my first pin, but I can feel where those points should line up. And I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to pull out this next pin because I can visualize and make sure, yep, I'm right on I can see it here, and I'm right on there. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Pretty close. We got a little bit off there, but I'm not going to worry about that. See, the pin worked really nicely there. I'm a little bit off, but in the grand scheme of things, it's okay. If I wanted to take this out and shift it and redo it, I could. This is going to be a family quilt. I'm not that concerned about that. And as you go, you get better and better at the 4 inches. So this should be measuring up to 4 inches, and I'm going to square it up. Just so that when we get to the next step, it's going to square up nicely. It's going to go together nicely. So when I'm checking my block, I want to make sure that I have, there's a 1/4 inch right here because that next seam will follow right along there. There's a 1/4 inch there, good. 1/4 inch here, so I won't be cutting off any points. 1/4 inch here. You're going to check that all the way around. I've got my 1/4 inch, got my 1/4 inch, so that I will not be losing any points. I can tell at this stage. When I was a younger quilter, I couldn't tell until I had it all finished. And it's much easier to be able to check it at this stage to see, am I losing any points? Because if I am, I will just redo that block. So now I need 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and make 4 of those, and we'll show you how the whole block goes together. The whole square goes together that makes up this whole quilt. Here's our quilt. Now that I've made our block, you can more readily see now how here's this big square in the corner. We're going to start in the corner. Now mine is smaller, and I think I mentioned this before. I wanted to use the 1 inch blocks so for my smaller scraps, and so this one is actually the 1.5 inch squares that we started with. But so this is going to look smaller, but you're going to get the idea. So here's that one goes there. Same block, turn it here. Same block, turn it here. Same block, turn it here. So you can see how this block now makes this whole square and the whole rest of the quilt. And so that's what I absolutely love. That first simple unit turned into this block that can now turn into this really awesome pattern. And so you'll see you have the square and you have this. That naturally happens, this little square naturally happens when you put these blocks together, because this last block here, you'll end up with this piece out here, which then connects to the next blocks. It's a really fun pattern. It's a really great one for using little scraps. It's also a really great one for practicing matching up your corners, and take your time. If you want to go even a smaller project and try this, you can do one square, make it a pot holder, the hot pads. You can do 3 of the squares together and make a table runner. Lots of ways you can try this out. You could even just make this a coaster. Try the block out. And then when you do, go over to Quilted Turtle on Facebook, and it's the Quilted Turtle on Facebook, and just take a picture of your block. Show me how it's turning out, and I'd love to see what everybody's blocks are looking like. So these are scraps. You're going to get a free quilt when you're done, and you're going to get some nice practice on some very, very valuable skills. Thanks for joining me.